Now, I'm taking up another type of conversation or another type of professional communication or the reason or the situation. That is one-on-one meeting. When we are discussing one-on-one, there is only one person. It may be you as a manager and the other person as a subordinate. Now, this is a point this is the situation where you need to be very careful about one very important point. All those points which I have mentioned in the past, I'm taking you through once again. Are you all able to see my screen? We have discussed a situation which is meeting. We have discussed the situation which is a group discussion. Now we are discussing a point which is one-on-one meeting. Now, when I say one-on-one meeting, of course, I have to take care about these factors: what to speak positive, speak finite, and speak persuasive language. Of course, I need to make sure that when to speak, hear it clearly, hear completely, and have data. Then you need to speak. But one more very, very important point is coming up over here when we are into one-on-one meeting. That is something which will be how to speak. Yesterday, how to speak, we mentioned that it is more related to the language. Yes, it is more related to the language. But there is one more aspect in how to speak which is not a grammar related point, but it is something which we call it as do not speak extreme. Do not speak extreme. Now, is everyone able, or does everyone understand the meaning of extreme? Is everyone able to understand the meaning of extreme? Is there anyone who would not know the meaning of extreme? Very simple. Oh my God, this winter we have extreme cold. It's extremely hot today. It's extremely cold today. Right? Extreme means the superlative, the most higher end of it. Now, what do I mean? Now, I'm trying to talk, or I'm trying to relate this to our professional communication. So one thing which we need to be ensured, we need to be careful when we are in a professional communication. It could be meeting, it could be group discussion, right? In our professional communication, it could be a meeting, it could be a group discussion, it could be anything. But you need to be sure, along with what to speak, when to speak, and how to speak, the language things, you need to be sure that in the how to speak section, we make sure that we do not speak extreme. Now, when I say extreme, let's understand this by this point of one-on-one meeting. You are a manager and you are talking to your subordinate. You are a father and you're talking to your son. You are a friend and you're talking to another friend of yours. You are an elder person, you are talking to a younger person. You are a teacher, you are talking to your students. It could be anyone. Now, when I say extreme, please try to understand this point very carefully. If you are pointing out some defects, if you are pointing out some problem area, if you are pointing out something which the other person has not achieved, if you are pointing out some errors in the person's performance, if you are pointing out some kind of misachievement in that particular person, please, for God's sake, do not address those issues. Do not mention those points with extreme words. What are those extreme words which you should not use? Extreme words which you should not use. Your performance was terrible this month. Never use that word. I am so disgusted that you have done this. Never use that word. I am extremely sad that a person like you has done this. Never use that word. What is this? Is it you? I cannot believe it is you. Never use these. These are all examples of extreme. You are pointing out that person's error. You are pointing out that person's mistake. You are pointing out that person's misachievements. You are pointing out that person's negatives in an extreme manner. Please do not do that. You will end up having a miserable communication. Forget about communication and effective communication. Once again, we are discussing, the topic today is effective communication. Effective communication is passing on your thoughts, passing on your ideas from one person to another, passing on your updates or information from one person to another, and getting a relevant response and getting a relevant outcome. So if you at any given point of time, again I'm mentioning, if you at any given point of time, if you are in a meeting, if you are discussing, and if you are addressing the points in an extreme way, I am repeating those points, please observe them, please listen to them. If a person has not met the target, if the person has not achieved, do not address those points in an extreme manner. Examples of extreme manner. It could be in a very funny way. You may be laughing, you may be smiling, but then it is an extreme. Example, oh, come on, I don't believe it's you. Please don't use this. It's so surprising that you, being such a good performer, you are doing like this. I cannot believe it. That's an extreme example. Don't do this. My goodness, what happened to you? Are you okay? Is everything fine? Is an extreme. Please do not use such kind of extreme methods of addressing somebody's fault, somebody's miss, somebody's error. Never use these ways of addressing these things. Whether you are as a father, you as a mother, you as a teacher, you as an elder, you as a manager, never ever do that. Please be very careful. These are the negative extremes. Let's talk about the positive extremes. If the person has achieved something, if the person has performed very well, if the person has done something exceptionally good, same way, do not use extremes to address or acknowledge his achievements. Examples. Wow, you are the best employee in my organization. Bingo, you are the greatest person. Sorry, relax, calm down. You should not use your extremes. Second, my God, you have made my day. I am the happiest person today. You have done a great job. Carry on. Relax. Come back. You should not use again these extreme things. You are the best performer and I am so happy with you. I am sure you would be the person who will reach the greatest height in my organization. Relax, come down, cool down. These are all extremes of addressing somebody's achievement. Relax. Now then, if I'm saying to address the negatives, do not use the extreme. To address the positives, do not use the extremes. Then how do I say? Let us try to check how to address the negatives. A person has not achieved, a person has not performed. I said, never say this. I am surprised. Is that you who has not achieved it? Relax. How to address this? Very simple. Hey, it's something important we need to discuss, and we will ensure that we will achieve those negatives and we will overcome them. Before even you started the discussion, before even you gave the conclusion, or before even you gave the solution, you have already told him that yes, we are here to solve the problem and we will solve it. The moment you tell him that you will solve the problem, automatically the message has gone in a positive way that there is a big problem. So you need not mention it in an extreme way. Another example, if the person has not performed very well, you need not tell him that, what has happened to you? The entire last 3 months you have performed so very well, and what's happened to you in this month? You have completely you have completely given up my faith on you. Relax. Now, how to address this issue? 3 months the perfect person has done well, in this 4th month he has not performed well. How do you address this negative in a non-extreme way? Hey Kishore, those 3 months were great. That's very nice. Probably I would request, what you need to do is, make a presentation or make a training so that you can share with others how did you achieve your goals and other things in the last 3 months. Probably it will help others who are not achieving the goals, and it will also help you to focus in your current month and in the following month. Message is passed, don't worry about it. He knows what my manager is trying to say. He knows what my elder is trying to say. He knows what my dad is trying to say. He or she knows what my mother is trying to say. My elder, my manager, my father, my mother, he is trying to tell me, I still have faith in you. I still believe that you can perform. This particular month you have not achieved. Yes, we have lost. We have got a lot of losses in our organization, but you can still do it. Why? Because I'm asking you to make a training session or a training material so that others do not get it. This is addressing the negatives. Addressing the positives, not in an extreme way. If a person has achieved his targets, what you need to do is that you need to tell him that great job done. You have achieved the target. Congratulations. I am expecting a similar performance every month from you. And I'm expecting that others will learn from you. And I'm also expecting that you will share your learnings with them. This is, you need to acknowledge the person's performance. Don't go ahead in an extreme way and tell him, you are the best employee in my organization, in my team. From next day onwards, he will sit on your head. He will become a troublesome person because you have taken him to the extreme. So in a professional communication, our workshop is about professional communication. In our professional communication, we are into a topic called as effective communication. For us to be effective, we have mentioned what to speak, when to speak, and how to speak. In how to speak, we have mentioned this one point about not to use extreme methods to address the issue, whether it's a negative issue or it's a positive appreciation. Never use extreme phrases or words. Is there any question or doubt over here? Anybody? Fine. Now the last point of today's topic, we will conclude this conversation, today's workshop. I have mentioned, if you all can see my screen, I will share it once again. The last point I was mentioning about selling. We were talking about meeting, we were talking about group discussion, we were talking about one-on-one meeting. Now we are talking about selling. It could be selling a product, it could be selling a service, it could be selling an idea, it could be selling something or the other. Now, the reason I took this example, because this is something which will bring up one more point in how to speak. I mentioned do not speak in extreme, but how to speak, always speak in an interactive. When I say interactive method, what do I mean by interactive method? Means whenever you are talking, please don't keep on talking. Please don't keep on downloading the things. You might be hearing on and off. I'm asking all of you all, are you able to understand? Are you able to correlate what I'm speaking? Am I making sense? If there is any questions, I keep on questioning. I keep on checking. That is what I mean to say by interactive method. Interactive method. Once again, I'm marking over here. If you all can see my screen, interactive method. How to speak? Our speech, the method of our speech should be interactive. Means, I will explain this to you in a selling situation. When I'm selling something, say for example, I'm selling this glass. All right. Now, if I'm selling this glass, I will definitely give people the benefits of this glass. And then I will also tell them the price of this glass. Then I probably may tell them what is the reason you need to buy this glass, creating need. Now, if I continue giving this information, the needs of this glass, the benefits of this glass, the unique selling point or the unique features of this glass, the cost of this glass, my detailing, my explanation about this glass will be over, and the other person will say, thank you, I don't want to buy this. So what happened? Okay, sir, thank you, and you are gone. Did I make an effective communication? Yes, I made an effective communication, but I did not get the relevant result, so it is not an effective communication. Relevant result is that the person should buy this glass. Now, how do I come to know that? Am I going in the right track? How do I check that? So there has to be a checkpoint every time. And that is achieved in your communication. When we are talking about professional communication, it has to be interactive. At every given point of time, take an acknowledgement, take a confirmation from others if they are understanding. I'm selling this glass. So I need to make this information or this communication effective by making it interactive. Let's try to understand. So I start this. I will sell this glass right now to all of you all. I will say, or I will try how I should sell this glass. So when I go and talk to the person, I will start. I would say, good afternoon, sir. How are you doing today? The person would say, fine. Good. Sir, what are the different type of glasses do you use? And the person has to answer because I am questioning him. Interactive. I do not start, sir, I have this amazing glass for you. This glass is very beautiful. It has a very unique diamond shape of design. This glass is unbreakable. This glass is made of this material. No, stop, relax. You know these features are there, but question, interactive. Sir, what are the different types of glasses do you use? And the person will answer definitely. Yeah, I use a different glass to drink wine. I use a different type of a glass to drink water. And sometimes, if at all, I have to drink some soft drinks or some juice. I have a different design of a glass. I love. That's excellent, sir. Now, I have a glass for you which probably can be used for all those things which you have mentioned. Interactive. I am trying to get him into the conversation. And sir, if I may ask you, say, let's say example, the glass in which you used to drink your fruit juices. What is the cost of that glass, sir, you have purchased? He is forced to answer. He will answer, oh, you know what? That glass which I have purchased to drink juice, it's a very beautiful design and the juice looks very attractive in that glass. That glass was costing me about 200 rupees per glass. Oh, that's a good price, sir. That's a good price. And I appreciate that you have taste for different glasses. Now, this particular glass, which I'm showing you, sir, it has been loved by customers who have purchased this glass for drinking juices. They like it. It gives you a nice grip. Again, as you mentioned, the bright color of the juices are very clearly visible and the glass looks very beautiful when the juice is poured into this. So would you like to have a feel of this glass? Again, interactive. What am I doing here is I am slowly, bit by bit, taking small agreement from the customer. Small agreement. He's saying yes, 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 yes. Finally, I will get a final yes, that yes, I want to purchase this glass. Finally, I may get an agreement that they are purchasing this glass. So once again, if this glass I am selling to them, I may ask them, sir, the glass which you have purchased, different types of glass, you might have spent about 1,000 rupees. How about if you get a glass which takes care of all these different purposes and it costs you only 300 rupees? How does the cost feel, sir? Again, he is forced to say a yes or a no. I am trying to avoid a final surprise for me wherein the customer would say no. But here I'm trying to tell them yes in small points. I'm trying to gather small points. The need of this glass, the cost of the glass, the quality of the glass in small bits and pieces. The same way you need to ensure that when you are having a professional communication, just don't keep on speaking, but hold on at small intervals, take an acknowledgement from them. Are they understanding? Are they in agreement to you? Check with them, are you making sense? Are they able to agree to you? If all those small points are there where they say yes, 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 eventually the final outcome of your meeting or your communication will be relevant, will be in your favor. So once again, let me share the screen with you all. Let me share with you all. I have mentioned effective communication, what to speak, when to speak, and how to speak. What to speak, we have mentioned, use positive language, use finite words, and be persuasive. When to speak, speak when you have heard correctly, when you have heard completely, and when you have relevant data. How to speak, in how to speak we mentioned most of the time it is language. In language, how to speak mostly related to the language. In the language we mentioned you have a good language skills if your fluency is good, if your pronunciation is good. And then we said in pronunciation, the letters, we discussed some letters, we discussed some words. That's not so very important as of now, that's a different session. And then today we mentioned how to speak two very important points as do not speak extreme and do not speak an interactive, always speak in an interactive method. So this is how, if at all we try to touch base all these things, please go through this note. These points will be mailed to you. Try to correlate, try to change yourself from now onwards. Make these points as a benchmark when you talk. Once you've finished your discussion, try to check whether I was able to meet all these points. Was I positive? Was I using finite language? Was I using persuasive words? Did I use the proper data? All these things measured. Check, put a check mark. Did I use any extreme words? Slowly day by day, you will come on achieving the result from your communication. That's all from my side. All the best to all of you all. You have a good day. If there is any questions, please ask. Good. The team, the technical team, will make sure that you get these notes and the recording so that you can go through and come back to us with any questions or doubts. We will meet next week. All the best to all of you all. Have a happy week ahead. Goodbye.